I was asked to give my opinion on whether or not I truly 100% believe you can be friends with an ex. Yes, you can be friends with an ex. And it's really important to know the boundaries and to respect each other's boundaries. The other determining factor is whether the relationship in and of itself was one that was founded on deep respect for each other and integrity. So if you ended that relationship and the integrity between you and that other person, which usually involves the truth, has not been told, then chances are they're not going to make a great friend. You know, friendships are based on integrity and honesty. If you don't have that in a relationship, when you distill it, there's no friendship at the end. So if you are someone who wants to be friends with an ex, that would be the place to start. If you're clear that you have a relationship that is now a friendship, and it's clean and clear because you deeply respect each other, you deeply honor each other, and there's a great deal of truth and integrity between you, then you'll be able to easily respect your own boundaries and their boundaries, and them do the same for themselves and for you. So you totally can be. You know, one of the questions I also got asked was, well, what are the boundaries? To be perfectly honest, I think that that's personal. I think you'll need to choose for yourself, what do you need, what do you want, what honors you, what respects you. That person will also need to look at that and decide for themselves, you know? But that's really what it comes down to. It's about respecting those boundaries. If you want me to give some general boundaries that work for the majority of the population, I'll give you a few, okay? My recommendation is that a boundary that you not violate is being physically intimate with each other. And I say that for a number of reasons. There are so many chemicals that flow through the body and affect judgment and emotion and all of that when you become physically intimate, that it can bring you back into the feelings that you may have had when you were in the relationship. It really blurs the line between lover/partner and friend. I would also say that it's really important to respect the boundaries of how much time you spend together. Now, I know that's going to sound really corny or like a bit of a game. I really don't mean it in that way. But one of the things that I've seen happen with a lot of my clients who try to be friends with their ex is because they're, after a breakup, what's happening is you're literally, chemically, spiritually and emotionally going through a withdrawal period. Love is like a drug, literally, go look it up. And so you are going through withdrawal symptoms, spiritually, emotionally, and physically. If you decide to be friends with your ex right away, because your pleasure-seeking centers are constantly seeking gratification, it can be really easy to fall back into the patterns that you had when you were together. But before you know it, you're talking every single night, you're on the phone all night long, you're hanging out all the time, but you're not together. You're posting on each other's Facebook thing, you're going to all of, each other's things. Like, it's like there's almost no clear transition or separation. And you want to be mindful of that, because again, it can mess with you and have you not be really clear. So I would say just, you can totally be friends, but definitely for the first, 6 months or so, or maybe even longer for some people, you just want to really manage the patterns, that you don't fall into those old patterns, which is done best by managing how much time you spend with each other and interact with each other. And then finally, I would say that there needs to be some clear boundaries around talking about new relationships and new partners, and being respectful. Because if you really are dating new people and you really are moving on, you've got to be respectful of those new people that you're moving on with, right? You can't be like, we say we're broken up, but, and then diving into a new relationship with somebody who is opening their heart to you. That's one of the things that I would also say then. So just be really mindful of conversations about new partners, how you talk about the new partners. Don't engage in any conversations with your ex where they're bashing their current partner. It starts to erode the integrity a little bit, and it starts to make things weird. Again, these boundaries that I just told you are things that work for the general population, things that I generally tell most of my clients, given where they're at mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. I'm not saying that there aren't other people that I know, or other friends that I know, or couples that I know who have done things differently and it's worked well for them. It is only to say that most people, when they step outside of the parameters that I talked about, don't do very well. And then they're like on a Skype call with me, or they're on the phone like just a total mess, or infuriated, don't know how they got there, and it's just crazy. But absolutely, you can be friends with an ex. You just have to be respectful. You have to always be tuning into your body, tuning into your heart, turning into your, your emotions, just thinking, and also always being super honest and super respectful of your ex, and not in your ego, not in attachment, not in expecting things or wanting to change them or do anything to them. If you're gonna be friends, it's gotta be free and clear. It's gotta be honest, but totally possible. I'm friends with my ex and it's awesome. So you can totally do that if you're responsible. All right. Hope this video has been helpful for you. And I look forward to doing the next video for you all. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you have a video request, you can also leave them in the comments below. I will see you all soon. Okay. Okay.